Hey there, good morning. How's it going? So I'm up again inside the woods again, as you can see. A lot of beautiful greenery all around me, and it's a wonderful day. It's not sunny, so that's kind of good, or else I'd be out here really hot. But anyways, so another day of lessons. Today's lesson is lesson 67. Love created me like itself. Today's idea is a complete and accurate statement of what you are. This is why you are the light of the world. This is why God appointed you as the world's Savior. This is why the Son of God looks to you for his salvation. He is saved by what you are. We will make every effort today to reach this truth about you and to realize fully, if only for a moment, that it is the truth. In the longer practice periods, we will think about your reality and its wholly unchanged and unchangeable nature. We will begin by repeating the truth about you and then spend a few minutes adding some relevant thoughts, such as, Holiness created me holy. Kindness created me kind. Helpfulness created me helpful. Perfection created me perfect. Any attribute which is in accord with God and as he defines himself is appropriate for use. We are trying today to undo your definition of God and replace it with his own. We are trying to emphasize that you are part of his definition of himself. After you have gone over several such related thoughts, try to let all thoughts drop away for a brief preparatory interval, and then try to reach past all your images and preconceptions about yourself to the truth in you. If love created you like itself, this self must be in you, and somewhere in your mind it is there for you to find. You may find it necessary. I think there's a motorbike coming up the road because it sounds really loud. Let me continue. You may find it necessary to repeat the idea for today from time to time to replace distracting thoughts. You may also find that this is not sufficient and that you need to continue adding other thoughtful thoughts related to the truth about yourself. Yet perhaps you will succeed in going past that and through the interval of thoughtfulness to the awareness of a blazing light in which you recognize yourself as love created you. Here it comes. You can hear it. It's in the distance. That's a loud bike. All right. I'm just going to pause for a moment, enjoy the scenery, and wait for it to pass a little bit more because it's coming really close. Okay. Let's continue. That was fun. All right, here we go. You may find it necessary to repeat the idea for today from time to time to replace distracting thoughts. You may also find that it is not sufficient, that you need to continue adding other thoughts related to the truth about yourself. Yet perhaps you will succeed in going past that and through the interval of thoughtfulness to the awareness of a blazing light in which you recognize yourself as love created you. Be confident that you will do much today to bring that awareness nearer, whether you feel you have succeeded or not. It will be particularly helpful today to practice the idea for the day as often as you can. You need to hear the truth about yourself as frequently as possible, because your mind is so preoccupied with false self-images. 4 or 5 times an hour, and perhaps even more, it would be most beneficial to remind yourself that love created you like itself. Hear the truth about yourself in this. Try to realize in the shorter practice periods that this is not your tiny, solitary voice that tells you this. This is a voice for God, reminding you of your Father and of yourself. This is a voice of truth, replacing everything that the ego tells you about yourself with the simple truth about the Son of God. You were created by love like itself. Okay, so let's break this down. Today it's all about understanding that God created you in his image. And so if he is all pure love and you are like him, then you are all pure love. Any characteristic that you would give God, benevolence, peace, love, tranquility, all-knowing, all those are part of you as well. You are all of those because you are part of him and he is part of you. So that's difficult to understand because our ego wants to tell us that we're tiny, that we're insignificant, that we're nothing. But in reality, we are powerful beings that have all the power of creativity inside us. All the power that is invested into God is also vested into us. And we can do all these magnificent things if we allow ourselves to do them in the truth of what we really are. Obviously, because we're humans and we're having this human experience, it's very difficult to understand that because our emotions take over. We fall into habits of having negative thoughts, and sometimes we get stuck in those. But if we take the time and the opportunity to allow ourselves to focus on what we truly are, then we realize that we are what God made us, which is like himself. So today's idea is all about that. It's all about realizing that love created me like itself. God is all love, and he created me like him. So I am all love. And I have to remember that, and I have to focus on that, and that's what the lesson is helping us do today. So today's lesson is all about the longer practice periods is to try to get words that would characterize God, whatever they may be, whatever you will choose, whatever you choose, and realize that those words also characterize you. So they have a few examples here, which is holiness created me holy, kindness created me kind, helpfulness created me helpful, perfection created me perfect, loving created me loving, peacefulness created me peaceful. There's so many adjectives or words you can use to describe what God is. Whatever you choose that for yourself too. Oh, so someone's coming down the same place that I came. Thought I was being sneaky and finding this little empty place, but there's always people around. Anyways, so that's the longer practice periods. In the shorter practice period, you focus on the thought of love created me as itself as many times as you want. The more the better, because the more you're connected to God and the more you're connected to your true self, the happier you will become and the more you will be doing your function. So have a wonderful day, and I will see you tomorrow.